Couture, Nogueira, UFC 102. Check your local listings.
The co-main event, Keith Jardine against Thiago Silva. Another interesting fight.
It represents to me two guys who are desperately in need for a win. Two guys who want to be considered at the top of the heap in the light heavyweight division.
Thiago Silva's life story is written on his skin.
Aqui tá escrito jamais desistir.
This one says I never give up. That's what I carry in my soul. That's who I am. I'll never give up in anything that I do. The other one says to thank God. Thank Jesus for what I am today and for getting me here after everything that I've been through.
Que ele tem me dado. Desde pequeno, muita dificuldade.
My childhood was very difficult. My dad used to beat me almost every day. The relationship between my parents was very disturbing. It was really bad. When I started training jiu-jitsu, I saw then I had a future, you know? That's something that I really loved to do. I went to my father and I explained to him then that's something that I wanted for my life. And the only thing he did was criticize me and tell me that I couldn't do it. He basically threw me out of the house. The only thing I had was a bicycle and my clothes. And I sold my bicycle to get a ticket to the main city, São Paulo.
Just 18 and broke, Thiago moved into one of Brazil's notorious slums, known locally as favelas.
When you live in favela, it's real tough. Even the police officers, they don't step in the favelas. It's real dangerous. You see guys, kids, 10 years old, carrying weapons.
É uma outra realidade, velho.
I treated everybody very polite, especially in a place like that. The policy was, I never saw anything, I never heard anything, and that's the way I was going every day there.
These kids are lost in Brazil, but Thiago found in sports, in jiu-jitsu, an exit for a successful life.
Every day, no matter the circumstances, Thiago made his way to the gym to work on his jiu-jitsu.
A lot of times I didn't have money to pay for the bus, and I had to choose between eating and training. Even sometimes I had to go to the supermarket, open the food, and eat it right there in the store, and take the risk on somebody catching me. But that was my only option.
There was another reason Thiago liked visiting the gym.
Bom, Thiago, a gente está junto desde 2002.
He was always flirting with me when I was in the gym. That's how the whole thing started. At first, I was a little scared because he didn't always have a place to stay. But after talking to him and getting to know him better, I was more comfortable.
Muito entrosamento, assim, por enquanto.
When he was 22, Thiago began competing in MMA.
Eu era o desconhecido.
Nobody knew me, so every time I had the chance to fight, I always tried to put on a good fight, a good show.
We used to look in the MMA magazines together, and he would say, one day I'm going to be one of the guys. I'm going to be one of the best fighters in the world.
Olha onde ele tá agora.
Ser campeão.
I knew I wanted to be a champion one day.
Thiago won his first 9 fights, 7 by knockout, earning an invitation to train in Florida with American Top Team.
I just think then got to the point that he didn't have more room to grow. When he came to American Top Team, that's exactly what we had. Tools to provide him to become a better fighter.
In May of 2007, Thiago was invited to join the UFC.
Foi o dia mais feliz da minha vida.
That was the most incredible day in my life, to be in the big show like the UFC.
Thiago Silva!
was willing to do anything and everything to stay there.
Tô vivendo e aprendendo.
His first fight was against knockout artist James Irvin.
Let's do it. Hey, here we go.
Bom, aconteceu que eu fiz o meu jogo.
I came from a jiu-jitsu background and he was a striker. He hit me and I went down and I pulled him to the guard, so I know then when he came to the ground, he was in my game.
Thiago's working for that sweep. He's got a hold of Irvin's leg.
So I just brought everything that I had. I swept him and that's when he twisted his knee.
He's mounted him. He's happened. What happened? Denmark's knee and the knee popped.
Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva wins by knockout.
After a TKO of Thomas Durwal, Thiago took on the dangerous Houston Alexander.
Eu acho que foi uma luta muito...
I knew that he had a very strong punch, so I didn't give him room to do that.
You gotta be careful. Those bombs are coming in. He's got the clinch again, which is what he wants. Thiago doesn't want them free slinging bombs at each other.
Once I had the chance for the takedown, I took him down and I just pretty much showed a little bit of my ground game.
Silva's got a leg, and he can use that leg to trip and take Houston down, which he has.
Comes down with a double hammer fist.
Good elbow by Thiago.
And another.
I think Alexander thought that I'm going to do whatever I want and the way I want. And you know what happens. You know, sleeping. Bye-bye.
Houston's taking some shots here. You gotta be kidding me.
In May of 2008, Thiago won his 13th consecutive fight, blasting away Antonio Mendez.
Brutal ground and pound by Thiago Silva. He's got his back here now.
Mendez is in big trouble. Silva taking off. Thiago Silva, 13-0.
Earning a showdown with fellow undefeated light heavyweight, Lyoto Machida.
I lost too much weight before the fight, and that caused me to be slow. I couldn't bring my game to the table. I basically couldn't do anything.
Very nice takedown by Lyoto. Great foot sweeps. Nice body kick by Machida.
Logo que acabou a luta, eles...
He didn't sleep for many days after that fight.
Novo Thiago.
It was the first loss of his life.
Bom, pra mim foi a pior...
I learned a lot from the loss. I know that I'm a better fighter today, and I know I'm going to show to the fans that I'm a new Thiago Silva. I will do anything possible to get myself again with Lyoto in the octagon.
Last August, Thaysa joined Thiago in South Florida, enjoying life in their new hometown.
What drives me today is never wanting to go back to that life. Every day I train, I think about making a better life for me and my wife. I was born to be a fighter. This is who I am. And I won't stop working until I'm the champion.
Algo assim, não sei.
UFC 102, first time in Portland, Oregon. You got Randy Couture against Minotauro Nogueira. Then, of course, you got Keith Jardine taking on Thiago Silva. Both guys are coming off losses to top-flight competition. Both guys desperately need this win to stay in contention in the light heavyweight division.
In March, Keith Jardine went toe-to-toe with former light heavyweight champion Rampage Jackson.
Whoa, my stomach is in knots right now. That was a very interesting stare down, too. Keith Jardine showed a lot in the Rampage Jackson fight. First of all, he showed that he can hang in there with a former UFC champion.
Jardine pushing forward now. Jardine with an uppercut. Oh, Rampage buckled.
Keith Jardine hung in there with them blow for blow.
few judges actually told me after the fight that before the last 10 seconds they had me winning the fight.
And that might have sealed the fight for him.
I tasted it. I was so close. It ate me up for a while.
There's no doubt that Keith Jardine is in the top of that division. I mean, his only losses have been to really tough guys.
I'm taking the hard road to the title, but I'm definitely going to be a better fighter for it. I'm going to make it to the top.
Thiago Silva is the 8th straight top 10 fighter that Keith Jardine has faced.
The matchup's great for me. He's a guy that likes to brawl, a guy that likes to stand up. He's not necessarily going to push a takedown, and does go on the ground. I'm fine there.
Jardine coming over the top. Forrest is in trouble.
It's guaranteed going to be a great fight.
Thiago Silva is a real strong guy, great competitor. We definitely respect him. He's kind of a scary guy. He's got a great chin. He can take a hard shot. He's very crafty on his feet and very crafty on the ground as well. He's got a lot of heart and he's got a lot of determination.
Thiago Silva!
Besides Lyoto Machida, Keith Jardine is the most dangerous guy that Thiago Silva has ever faced. He represents a very unique challenge in that he's got a very awkward style. He's so unorthodox with his striking. Very unique timing, and he's got knockout power.
I pretty much understand that he's a different fighter, that he has a different style. But I will be able to adapt myself and do what I have to do.
He punches from different angles, he kicks from different angles, makes very interesting the fight. You'll be working a lot in the defense and the way Jardine likes to do things.
With 10 knockouts amongst his 13 victories, Silva is dangerous on his feet.
There's a lot of vulnerabilities in everybody's style, no matter what the fighter is. So we're just trying to find the small ones.
Thiago, right hand by Traval.
If it turns into a kickboxing fight, I'm happy.
He has a real ability to take guys out with those leg kicks.
If he wants to stand up with me, that will be fine. I can promise that just one's going to be left standing up, and it's going to be me.
Knock him out again, knock him out.
Those kicks will be going high as well as low, and there's not a lot Silva's going to be able to do about it.
I expect we're going to mix it up a little bit, and then he's going to look for the opportunity to clinch and take me down. And try and utilize his ground and pound. It's a safe spot for him.
I think Thiago probably feels that he has an advantage on the ground. And
He has some seriously violent ground and pound.
I'm expecting him to try to shoot in and take Keith down.
People really haven't seen my ground skills yet.
Keith Jardine goes to the takedown.
I train with Rashad every day. Nobody's better at holding you down and ground and pound than Rashad. I started off as a grappling guy, and I submitted a lot of top-level guys, but I have more fun brawling.
I'm expecting a full war on our feet, on the ground, in the clinch. Just because that's Thiago's style, and Keith is never afraid to mix it up. So I think it's going to be just bang, bang, bang. Keith, I believe, is going to be too fast for him. Keith can beat him on the ground. Keith can beat him standing up.
I don't think Jardine has half the speed, half the power. I don't think that he's going to be able to stand up in front of Thiago Silva.
In a perfect world, you get a chance to mix it up a lot. Get a chance to get tired, sweaty, bloody, like always.
Big right hand by Keith Jardine coming over the top. Forrest is in trouble.
And somewhere in the middle, I went by knockout.
I'm going to look for the knockout.
É só escolher uma, velho.
Couture, Nogueira, UFC 102. Check your local listings.